What's up, amigos? In this video, I'm going to show you how you can get 3 easy iconic weapons in Cyberpunk's brand new DLC Phantom Liberty, including a revolver that may be the new best weapon in the game. You don't want to miss this, so strap in, we're heading down to Dogtown. Alright, so the easiest iconic weapon to get in the entire game, I would say, is this Kyubi Rifle. In the center of Dogtown, there's an old rundown casino. If you head to where I'm showing you on the map here, and look for these 2 giant lions on top of the rooftops, you'll see a fountain that you can actually jump into and swim to the bottom of. Once you swim down here, you'll be greeted with a poor soul with cinder blocks chained around their ankles, wax soprano style. Underneath his floating body is an iconic Kyubi X-Mod2 Rifle. This is a semi-automatic rifle with 2 attachment slots and 2 mod slots, which now in 2.0 is pretty rare to see an iconic weapon with so many modification openings. There is no real special trait aside from the modification openings, but it does have an integrated sight, which I think is pretty good as is, but of course doesn't come with the extra stats. Other than that, it's just a really easy to get iconic rifle, heavily modifiable, that packs a decent punch, so if you're on a new playthrough and don't have many good alternatives, especially if you opt to choose the Phantom Liberty run through that starts you at level 15 with subpar options, then this is probably the perfect weapon to grab early on. The next iconic we're going to go after is that revolver I told you about. It's called the Rosco. And let me tell you, right now, this is definitely my favorite weapon in Cyberpunk. It fits my entire playstyle. The special effect is when you shoot an enemy first in the leg and then in the head, it will immediately neutralize them on the spot. Now, of course, this has its limits, but boy is it fun to play with. Plus, headshots on enemies laying on the ground always do crit damage, and I just feel like a total badass using this gun. Every fight feels like I'm in a movie. So the Rosco comes off with a side gig waiting for Dodger. Before you get to this side gig though, you have to finish up 2 wrongs make us right. You have to find this van underground at this unfinished end card station. This gig is extremely quick and easy. Here's how to get from the gates of Dogtown to the gig. Now once you get up to the stairs next to the clothing store, you're going to head down through the scaffoldings and clear out all the baddies down here. Once you clear all the baddies out from down below, hop in the van and deliver it to the drop point. Afterwards, Mr. Hands will contact you, offering the follow-up waiting for Dodger. Now during this gig, you have to save 2 incompetent NCPD officers who are in a bit of a jam. Bill, one of the officers, in trouble. His wife is a client and tasks you with saving her husband and his partner directly across from the street in this local precinct after this totally inconspicuous conversation you have with her in a car. So it's worth noting, if you are short on crafting components, I will say the precinct is pretty loaded with loose loot all over the place. So if that's your thing, go ahead and enjoy looting up. Now, I don't want to spoil the mission because it's actually a bit comical and quite a laugh the entire way through. Once you meet up with Bill and his partner Charles, you'll have to go through some more amusing dialogue and through a couple locked doors. After you open up the second locked door connected to a panel in the room previous that you came through, you'll be stealthing through the next one. Or you can just blast your way through without a worry in the world. In this room though, you'll actually get in another iconic. This time it's an iconic machete, the Volkadov. And this thing slaps. The special effect being a thermal mod, so like other thermal weapons, it has a chance to burn your target, and shooting an enemy who is burning always deals crit damage, and the more enemies that are simultaneously affected by this burn, the more crit damage you deal, but at the cost of accuracy. Now this machete is actually really good. The only thing being is that it's a machete. Its attack speed can be a bit of a bummer at times, especially when your attack speed on melee weapons is now capped at 2 per second. Now that you have your machete and you cleared out your room, your next objective is for Bill and Charles to reach their squad car in the next room. This is where Dodger pulls up and starts interrogating. Now you don't have to listen to Dodger's dialogue here. I got tired of his voice and his attitude and immediately flatlined him. He's accompanied by 2 goons, not tough at all. As you can imagine, Dodger is the one who holds the Rosco Revolver. Once you eliminate Dodger, you can loot this bad boy and start having fun playing Cyberpunk how it's supposed to be played. Role-playing as an action star. And there you have it. These are 3 easy to get iconic weapons in Phantom Liberty. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, amigos, take care.